tener lugar. Tener lugar. So tener is a verb and it means to have, and lugar means place. Okay, so let's see what this means. To take place. In this situation, tener is not meaning to have. It means to take. So tener, this verb can mean in some situations to take. Ten esto, take this. Okay, but it also means to have. Tener is a very common Spanish verb, and you can use it in many, many different ways. So just keep that in mind. Tener lugar, though, tener lugar is a phrase and it means to take place. So we're talking about events, about things that will take place, I don't know, at certain date, right? You're talking about just events and situations where you need to let other people know, hey, this is gonna happen on this date at some place. At some place on a specific date, or you can be talking about months. You don't have to be very specific, but you can be specific. So just keep that in mind, and let's look at some examples. I think I said at certain dates. Sorry, on certain dates. Okay, so let's see what we have here. La reunión tendrá lugar mañana. La reunión tendrá lugar mañana. And wow, this is not a date. We're just saying mañana. You know what that means, right? This means the meeting or gathering will take place tomorrow. Okay, so la reunión. Why are we saying la? Because of reunión. Reunión is a feminine noun. I know it looks quite masculine because of the letter O, but it's actually feminine. La reunión. La reunión. That's why we're saying la. The meeting. Reunión also means gathering. Okay? So it can be an informal gathering, or it can be actually a meeting. There's a different word for that as well that you can use, junta, la junta, but you can use either one. Reunión, junta it just means meeting. Junta means meeting. So it's used when you're at work. You can hear this, la junta, the meeting. Reunión, similar to saying meeting or gathering, okay? Tendrá lugar. So this is the phrase we're learning right here. Tendrá is the verb tener conjugated in future tense. Lugar stays the same. It doesn't change. And that means will take place, okay? Mañana. Mañana means tomorrow. Mañana. Tomorrow. Very easy. Very easy. You can also say va a ser. Okay, that's a common way to say will happen, or similar to saying will take place. But tener lugar is a more advanced way to say that something will happen on a certain time, on a certain date or time. We could be talking about tomorrow. We could be talking about next week, next month, or this month or today even, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, let's look at the next example. La fiesta de cumpleaños de María tendrá lugar el sábado en su casa. Wow, that's a long sentence. And this means Maria's birthday party will take place on Saturday at her house. So now we are saying not only when, but also where. And that's important when using tener lugar. You might have to do that. You might have to say, hey, it will take place tomorrow, but where, right? So you can let people know at my house, at the office, at, I don't know, a place, specific place. So let's break this down and let's see how this works. La fiesta means, well, we need to include all of this. De cumpleaños. La fiesta de cumpleaños. This is I know it's a very long phrase, but that means birthday. Birthday party. Not only birthday, but birthday party. So, birthday party. La fiesta de cumpleaños. Fiesta means only party, just party. And cumpleaños means birthday, okay? And the whole phrase, la fiesta de cumpleaños, birthday party. De is like doing this. Apostrophe S. Okay, so we're talking that the birthday party is Maria's birthday party. So de is useful for that. We don't have apostrophe S in Spanish. We have de and then the name. De María. Maria's, okay? Tendrá means, well, we need to include the whole phrase. Tendrá lugar means will take place. So it's similar to the one up here. Future tense. Tendrá lugar. Usually when talking about events and things that will happen, we're talking about the future. So, tendrá lugar is a common thing to say in Spanish because you're talking about the event that will happen. Now, if you can use past tense, present tense, tuvo lugar, okay? Tuvo lugar is the past tense, the present tense, tuvo lugar, okay? So you are talking about something that took place. Tuvo lugar means took place. But we're not talking about past tense. We're talking about future tense. So that's why we're saying tendrá lugar. Tendrá lugar will take place el sábado. El sábado means Saturday. But when you say el sábado, el lunes, el martes, el miércoles, you're saying on, okay? So we're not using en, which is the literal translation of on. We are using el. When is the party? When is it gonna happen? El sábado, on Saturday. So it's a good thing to know because if you say en sábado, it doesn't make sense in this situation because you are specific. So you need el sábado, on Saturday. And now we're using en, that means at. Remember, en means in, on, at. So it's a very useful little word that has multiple meanings. And when talking about places, en means at. Okay. Su, her. And why only su and not sus? Sus and su are the same. It can mean her, his, or their, or you, but your, but formal. Okay. So we're using su because casa, we're talking about one house. We're not talking about multiple houses. It's just one. So if you want to say his house, then it's su. Okay. If you want to say his houses or her houses, then it will be sus casas, sus casas, okay? But we have only one house, so that's why we're using su casa, her house, okay? So we need to pay attention to those details. If you want to master Spanish, you gotta pay attention to that. Excellent. So remember, tener lugar means to take place. Oh, by the way, of course you can put dates here. For example, let me just show you very quickly. La reunión tendrá lugar again, el means on when talking about dates. 10 de marzo, for example. And let's just leave it like that, simple. La reunión tendrá lugar el 10 de marzo. So the meeting will take place on March 10th. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. We're just being specific about when exactly the meeting will happen. Okay, a date. We're using a date. So el 10 de marzo, let me tell you that again, if you want to say on March 10th, for example, on month and then the day, you can use first el, okay, el, which means on when talking about dates. 10, it's like saying 10th. We don't have this th. We just have the number. De, that's a common thing to do when talking about day and then month. So it's day plus de plus month. Okay, so number plus de plus month. So marzo means March. Okay, el 10 de marzo, on March 10th. Okay, so very important to know all these things. Excellent.